All right. Hello, students. Today we'll be going through chapter 22 of the maths textbook 0580, which will be more equations, formulae, and functions. So why do we need to use this? Sometimes we need to use equations to solve some problems, some variables that we do not know. And in some cases, you also need to use functions. So what exactly is functions, like we covered in this, as we are going to cover in this chapter? So let's just have a little refresh on how we set up several equations to solve problems. Example, when they say a number is multiplied by 4 to give 32, what should we do to express this in an equation? Does anyone want to give a suggestion for this?
4x equals to 32.
There we go. So once we get 4x equals to 32, we can divide by 4 to get our answer 8, respectively. So if you guys can see from the worksheet that I have provided, could you guys try a few assortment of questions in here, namely exercise 22.1 for questions 1F, 1G, 2B, 3C, and 3D. You guys can also share your screen to tell me how you guys would work around this problem.
Okay.
Here. You guys are seeing these selected questions right now, right?
I'm seeing the A.
Wait a minute. Okay. Do you guys see this exercise now?
Yes.
All right. So if anyone wants to try, how would we go about 1F? Maybe Alvin can start first.
9 minus x equals to -5.
All right. That's a good start here. So how would we solve this problem? What do we do to move it to the other side?
-x move to the right side.
Yep.
And the -5 move to the left side.
So what do we get for x in the end?
14.
That is correct. How about Shamin next? What do you get when you divide a number by 7 to give 2.5?
X divided by 7 equals to 2.5.
Yep. So how would we find x?
Is it, wait, hold on. 7, is it 7 times multiplied by 2.5?
Yep, because we need to move 7 to the other side. So when you multiply x over 7 by 7, you get x. So
Alright.
what is 7 times 2.5 then?
17.5.
Yep, very good. How about Yinzi? Let's try a little step up from here. When 6 is subtracted from 5 times a certain number, the result is. It's always good to read this carefully to see how we get our answer.
5x minus 6 equals to 54.
In terms of y. Very good. So how would we solve for y?
Move the 6 to the other side and then divide it by 5.
Yep, so we get 12. That's pretty simple, but let's do a little bit of a step up now. If anyone wants to try 3c, 4 more than the number is divided by 3, then you multiply by 2 to give it a result of 4. Try to construct an equation first. What would we roughly get? Anyone wants to try?
4x over 3 multiplied by 2 means 8x over 3 equals to 4.
Wait, be careful here. The question says 4 more than the number. So if you set your number as x, 4 more than the number would be equal to x plus 4. Does everyone follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So
what do we do next is divided by 3. So what do we do to 4 more than the number? Let's bracket this. What do we do for x plus 4?
divide by 3.
Yep, divide by 3. Then multiply by 2. So what do we do next?
Put 2 bracket x plus 4.
Yep. So we give a result of 4. So we equals to 4. So could everyone type in the chat what is the answer you get from here? Let's see if everyone has got the answer too.
Wait, what? My answer different. Oh no.
Wait, let's
Oh,
check our
wait,
yeah.
wait, wrong. Yes, yes. I know I wrong already.
Yeah, let's check our workings carefully.
I cannot see the 4 just now. Let's see.
Okay, looks like we have a few answers here. So 4 more than numbers divided by 3, then this result is multiplied by 2 to give a result of 4. What do we do in the first place? We divide this by 2. So we divide it by 2. So x plus 4 over 3 is 2. X plus 4 will be equal to 3 times 2, which is 6. X is actually equal to 2. So one of you got it right.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Yep, can
oh yeah.
anyone can anyone notice why? Because 2 you multiply by the entire thing to get 4.
Okay.
How about
Okay.
for the next one? Let me see if I can allow annotations here. I would like to see how we all try to construct an equation here. All right, annotation is enabled. You guys can annotate on the screen. Let's just see roughly what can we construct in the first place to get your equation for 3D. I'll just underline the important keywords.
Do we draw on the screen?
Yes, you can draw on the screen.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, a
Apa
bit.
in? I never use Zoom for a long time here.
I encourage participation. Everybody can try it. We're waiting for one more input here.
Hold on, I'm typing.
Hmm?
I'm typing on the screen.
Oh, okay, sure. Let's see how we all would work through the problem. All right, let's just do a little check on Alvin and Yinz's working first. So when we see Yinz's working correct, he set up the equation correctly. When you want to move 4 up here, you have to multiply by 4. So he has done the operation correct. And you need to subtract by 6 so that you can get x without any adding or minusing. So x is equal to 11. Alvin here has also set up his equation correct, but getting the answer, I think he cut a few steps here. So sometimes in the exam, you might need to show your full working for this, although this is still the correct answer. We will just wait for one more.
Hold on.
All right. So 2x, although you put the x bracket 2, all right, plus 6 is equal to x over 4. 2x plus 6 equal to 28. All right, 2x is 22. I don't really get what the initial part here is. But let's take a look. Because I think constructing it in the first place should have been 2x plus 6 over 4 because the number is doubled and 6 is added.
Oh,
When this is
okay.
divided by 4, the result, when divided by 4, the result is 7. So the initial construction wasn't correct, but you've gotten the correct answer here. So pay attention to what they want to say for this question.
Okay. Sure.
So shall we move on to the next one?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if there are other things here. We are going to go back to the textbook. So sometimes we have a little more difficult problems. There are really famous questions, for example, the ages of your siblings or your parents. So let's start with an example. Then I'll ask you guys to work out the questions. So let's start with worked example 1, where they say that my mother was 26 years old when I was born. So let's get 26 really. And currently, she's 3 times as old as I am. So what is the present age? So in this question, you actually need to set an unknown variable, for example, x. So as I am, let's say my present age is x. So she would be 3x. Now the thing is, if you're x years old, if you minus x is equal to 0, which means when you were born. Which means that if you minus x is equal to 26. That's why 2x is equal to 6, x equals to 13. So we got to plug it back into the equation where it says presently 3 times as old, so it's 39. A few curious things for these questions. We're going to set up a little more complicated issues here. Of course, we have popular questions like this two, where we have perimeters of parallelograms, squares, quadrilaterals. So in this question, they say that the parallelogram has the longest side, which is 5 times longer. So technically speaking, our width here will be x. Our length here, our longer side will be 5. So what is the perimeter? What is equal to the perimeter? What do we add?
5x plus 5x plus 2x.
Yep, because x plus x. So after we get this, we get 9.6 meters. So we solve an equation to get x equals 0.8 meters. So we also need to find the other side. Don't forget to long side, which is 4 meters. So with this few examples, could we try solving questions from 22 point? Let me just share the screen here. Let's start with Shamin this time. So we have question 3, which says Sumic has $5 less than coffee. If they have $97.50 together, how much does each person have? So let's set a variable. What would you do for this?
Um, Summing, is it x minus 5 first?
Yep, you can do that. So we need to set. So if his friend coffee has x, which we will find out later, Sumik would have x minus 5. So what would you do for this equation to get $97.50?
Mm, wait, hold on.
Because they say if they have $97.50 together, so it's the sum of these two values. So what do we do here?
Do we minus it?
No, we add it together because it's the total amount of money both of them have.
Okay.
Okay, wait, Alvin, could you pause this working here? Let's see how he solves this issue. So could you annotate the whiteboard to find out the value? How much does coffee have? How much does Sumik have? You can use your X button. I'll be waiting. In the meantime, maybe Alvin and Yinzu, you guys could try questions 6 and 8, and it's a challenge. You guys can annotate on the whiteboard too for questions 6 and 8. Just discuss among yourselves like which one you want to try. Yes, it's good to visualize the rectangle. So what will you set as x? What will you set as x plus 7, example? Maybe Alvin wants to try working out question 8. Alvin could try working out question 8.
I'm currently doing question 6 just now.
Okay.
Maybe I'll try question 8. Yeah.
So let's see how question 6 is done. It's very good to visualize your question here where you have your side x. So your width will be x. Your length will be x plus 7. So once you add them together, you will get 4x plus 14 is 4. X is 15 cm. But wait, you will need to find the width and the length.
yeah.
So what do we do at the end? Yep, we need to take care of that.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm typing my answer.
Yeah, sure. We'll be waiting while I see how the others tackle the other questions.
Okay.
Yes,
Correct.
yes, you're correct, 22 cm. So there's a way to check your answer. Just plug the values back in and you add them together. You will get 74 too. That is correct. Any responses for 3 and 8?
Hold on. I'm typing it. Oh,
Okay, 8, I know the answer, but working, I'm still thinking.
Can I try?
Okay. And anyone can try question 8. We don't want to drag it too long.
Okay.
So we set our variable PEM is x of years. So 9 years ago, you got to subtract from both of them. Wait a minute, let me just move this. So we have x minus 5 I think you forgot one thing. When you add coffee x plus x minus 5, you get 2x minus 5.
Oh yeah. My
And
bad.
you have to go 9750 plus 5 is equal to x over 2. Need to be a little careful while moving these values together.
Alright.
Hey, sorry, let me just make a quick correction. 2x. So for Sumik, you have 4625, which is correct. And for
Eh,
coffee, you have 5125. Let me see how. Oh, you set Sumik as x, is it?
Wait, what? How do I do
Yeah.
this?
Or if you set Sumik as x, then coffee is x plus 5. So 2x plus 5 is 9750. 9750 minus 5. And you divide by 2, Sumik is here. Okay, which means that if you set Sumik as this section, oh, sorry. Let me just quickly type it out again. It depends on how you set it. You can solve it in both ways, but your x values will be different. So if you set Sumik as x, so its coffee will
I
be
think I did something wrong.
x plus 5
Wait,
equal to 9750. So 2x is equal to 9750. So s equals if you set it up
You
that
do
way,
the correct one.
if you set it up
Correct
that way, it is correct. But for question 3D, how you initially set up the equation, you need to be a little more careful in try to visualize it.
Okay.
The answer is correct, but setting it up, you still need a bit of work.
Alright.
Let's
this
see
is
how.
not correct. No, this
Okay,
is
let's see how
wrong.
they did this
No.
one. All right. How do we do this question? So if you guys notice one thing, it says that 9 years ago their combined age was 18. So Pam minus 9 plus Amira minus 9 is equal to 18.
Oh,
Yep. Try it out.
wait,
The
what?
answer is still the same.
Eh?
The answer is still the same.
No, it's different. It's different.
Different, eh?
Different,
Yep.
different. Just now, I didn't add the 9.
Because it says
So
9 years ago. So for both of them, they'll be 9 years younger, and you add them to 18 years old.
Like this is different. And then need to add 9 back, right?
No, because x is already the value you got. X is already equal to Pam's age.
Oh, you already minus 9 here.
Yes, already.
Oh, wait, just now how I do it?
I think
Wait,
you guys
so,
like almost made the equation up, but then you tested values in instead of making up the equation.
so, just now I do as A, A. So I was doing EX equals to 18, X equals to 6,
No, it is not
A.
correct.
I was doing just like what? What I get wrong?
Because 9 years ago, their combined age. X minus 9 plus 2x minus 9 is equal to 18. How do you construct this equation now?
so now their age is what
12.
Emira is 21 and Pam is 15.
No, now
No.
it's 12 and 24.
12 and 24, because you have to set the equation up in the first place. If Pam is x years old, then Amira is 2x. So 9 years ago, now you have to minus 9. then you have to minus 9 because both of them will be younger. And once you add both of them together, it's equal to 8.
We-
So x is equal to 12 is the correct answer.
Oh, okay. I was thinking after only 80 back, but it's not the
Oh,
correct
no, because
answer.
we already got it. X is already the answer we want to find. After we find x, we
Yeah.
know times h.
Yeah.
How about for
Oh,
question 10, which is a nice challenge? I'm not sure whether we have enough time for this, but how do you think we can work question 10 out? Can anyone give a good suggestion?
40 minutes to complete a journey.
I did the working and I feel like it's quite challenging for you guys for this question.
Complete.
I'll give you a bit of tips first. So what do I mean by this? When we set our distance is equal to x, we know speed is distance over time. So distance is speed times time. If she takes half the distance at the speed of 100 kilometers per hour, we x over 2 is equal to 100 times. Let's say our time is time 1, because we do not know what it is. And if you do the other half, it's 60, let's call it time 2. So we know that if we add both times together, it's equal to 40 minutes. We need to express it in hours to make it easier. So it's equal to 2. We set up a simultaneous equation here. So I'll just give you guys a little hint. So how would you be able to solve this part while relating it to this? And how do we find the distance in the end?
substitute.
What do you think? What do we get?
One half distance and speed.
We let 100
Does
t1 equals to 60 t2. Time the time 1 and the time 2. So when you add the times together, it becomes 2/3 of an hour. What do you think the journey can be?
yeah,
And what do you
over
think our distance can be?
3 hours. Okay. And then
Simultaneous
what?
equations. Simultaneous equations, how do we set it up?
What?
Let's just hide this part. So, suggestions?
Wait, I need to write it down. I was confused.
Yeah, you always need to write it down. We'll end in 1 minute, so we'll get back to the next part, the functions, in a while, because we need to learn how to rearrange equations and quadratic formulas. Could I just exit the meeting and then restart it, because Zoom is going to end in